Customer platform, it's time to start the day. Discover all the value you already own. Don't let solutions slip away. Wake up, customer platform. The tools are at your hand. No need to sleep on capabilities that can help your business stand. The answer's right before your eyes. You just need to realize. Wake up, customer platform. And watch your business rise. Wake up, wake up. The platform's waiting for you. Wake up, wake up. See what your system can do.
Good morning, HubSpot Nation. It is time to wake up, customer platform, with your unofficial HubSpot updates morning show, where we help you discover the platform value you already own. I'm Chris Carolan, joined by my co-hosts Casey Hawkins and George B. Thomas. We are here every weekday morning to make sure you're not sleeping on HubSpot's true capabilities. If you're joining live, drop a hello in the comments and let us know what you're building in HubSpot. Today, happy Friday, May 30th, 2025. How are we doing?
Feeling good. It's Friday. I get to attend my niece's dance recital this weekend, so that's very exciting.
Nice. I love that. Doing good. Super excited to see what HubSpot has cooking. It looks like it might be a lot. Chris, how are you doing?
And some new stuff. I'm doing good. Love seeing customer portal at the top here. So excited to get in there.
Well, there's one that actually is exciting me. I'll hold what it is until we get there. But I saw one and was like, thank you, baby Jesus, and all of the things that I can be thankful for that this is a thing. So, but we'll get there.
But I do need to shout out my wonderful mother, who watches more of my content than anybody realizes. Her birthday is tomorrow, and I need to wish her a very happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Chris.
Birthday to you. Happy birthday. Okay, that's enough.
That's very sweet that she watches your content. My parents.
By the way, if anybody struggles keeping in touch with parents, this might be a hack for you. Just pro tip there.
I gotta be honest with you. My pops is out mowing the lawn, riding on a tractor, golfing, or something else other than watching my content. So mom, Chris's mom, we love you. Thank you for being a watcher of the content.
Yeah. Well, usually she's listening while she's doing work stuff. Like we know a lot of people, listen to these shows. So it's been cool. Definitely a surprising but welcome outcome of all this content. So I love you, Mom. And we'll dive into updates.
Get emotional over here.
HubSpot hosted domains now available for customer portal. Medium impact, and it's live already. What is it? You can now set up your customer portal using a HubSpot hosted domain. Configuring an external domain during activation is no longer a requirement. Previously, this created unnecessary setup complexity and caused many customers to get stuck during initial onboarding. That's no longer the case. You can get a customer portal ready and running with a HubSpot hosted domain and update to an external domain at your convenience.
Very cool. Why does it matter? With this update, an admin can now get a customer portal up and running within minutes. No IT help needed. That gives your team more time to customize the portal and share it with their clients. This is similar to how customers currently create and host other content types across HubSpot. If you want to use your own domain, you still can. Adding a custom domain can be done initially or later. It's no longer a blocker to getting started.
I mean, can I just ask the question that needs to be asked? How many people are comfortable with sending customers to 497-16342.hs-sites.com? Like, I mean, I get that this is great that you can do that and you could start to build or work or whatever, but are you really gonna share it with that domain? Maybe. I don't know. Maybe I'm just don't use. No, I better not say that. I'll get canceled from the community. Never mind.
I mean, I think a lot of people would send their customers to that domain.
Did you say would?
Not to say that's best, but you
Oh.
know, I think there are there's a lot of businesses out there that do some quick and dirty work to set things up. A customer portal is, I feel like, a less used part of HubSpot. Yeah,
Oh,
that's
yes.
definitely fair. So I think if you're using customer portal, then you're probably not among the group of people who would be like, yeah, I'll send people to whatever. I don't care. I just need this like up.
Okay. I know we only have a certain amount of time, but there's thing called customer experience.
Yes. I'm not
And-
saying it's best. I'm just saying
Yeah.
I think
I know,
people
I know.
would. I'm
know.
thinking of my father-in-law. He has a small business. He would probably be like, I need a portal for people to log into. Whatever. I'll just send him this one. Whatever.
Yeah. And I too am thinking of all the portals I've gone into that people have been sending marketing emails and don't have an email sending domain set up. So it's like via HubSpot. So I hear you, I see you, but I want to just be very, very honest. When I see this one, I'm like, that's my response. Okay. That's my response to this.
I think
Yeah.
the value here is that you could set up your customer portal without having the domain connected.
Yes.
But before you launch it,
Yeah.
everyone,
yes.
we think you should connect your domain.
Yeah,
Please.
because this even impacts the domains you already have. Like that's why I was looking for this
Mhm.
this list where you know I think you had to pick like a secondary domain
Mhm.
for knowledge base and customer portal. Like they had to be separated from website, blog, landing pages, and now we're seeing all this extra stuff. So it's good. This will allow for more people to test this out and proof of concept it, and get it in front of those trusting customer relationships where they might not care about the URL
Yeah.
because there's hand holding, and there's just so many little things like this that have gotten in the way of some of these powerful tool sets in HubSpot.
So here's a question before you go on to the next one. In the last 6 months, how many customer portal updates have we talked about?
More than like in the past 5 years. I don't like, I think 5.
Okay.
At least.
6 months, 5. Is there anybody else wishing that customer portal would be like, maybe it could grow up a little bit, or is that just me? And I'm not trying to be rude this morning, and I'm not in any sort of funky mood, so don't send me we love you George emails or anything, but I think about customer portal and I'm like projects and customer portal. Are those two places that we might get a little bit more love in the future now that we can code 10x the speed because of AI? Could those actually, anyway, I'll shut up.
Yeah, I'll say that they are that domain, that switch alone probably enables the ability to use CMS themes across, right? And that's the kind of stuff, knowledge base and and customer portal have not been on that infrastructure, so that it's not been fun, right? So usually, like when people do want to take this customer experience that seriously, we're just building it all out in CMS, right? So it'll be cool to see this continue to grow. I did get to meet the PM of that team a couple months ago, and they are serious. Like, just to know that they have a team and there's a new PM and they're focused on it, right?
Okay.
Once they're focused on it, once you confirm it, then updates happen, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah. You just gave me some light at the end of the tunnel, Chris. Thank you.
Yeah, my pleasure. Deal metrics customization. I think we've seen this one before. What is it? The deals index page now offers a customizable data well. And just to make sure you know what data well means, is this spot up here, which you've been clicking on the hide insights button to get rid of that data well. Now you might want to open it back up
and customize it.
Yeah. Why does this matter? Instead of fixed metrics, you can tailor the data well to display the information most relevant to your business, enabling faster, more informed decision making. I did not know what a data well was until this update came out last time.
That's true. We love our HubSpot words.
Yeah, my curiosity is, what is a data unwell?
Most HubSpot portals. Number 3, faster,
there you go.
faster email client testing. Medium impact. What is it? Preview your emails instantly within a new UI across 100 plus email clients, including Gmail, Outlook, and Apple Mail before you hit send.
This one matters because email testing shouldn't slow you down. Our redesigned experience with Litmus makes testing emails faster than ever before, letting you confidently send perfect emails to every inbox. This one came up a few weeks, maybe even months ago. This was available in HubSpot. It was just like kind of hidden. It's easier to find now. I actually, like a year, maybe even 2 years ago, time flies, made a post about like hidden HubSpot features, and this was one of them because I think people didn't know it existed and probably still don't.
So first of all, this is the one. This is the one that I'm excited about, because, by the way, I've been teaching the first version of this, because I want to realize this is a beta, which is V2 of what has been a hidden feature that you're talking about, that was, might I say, slightly geriatric with a cane when you tried to generate the preview of your freaking emails. And
True.
When I was trying to train people, I'd be like, oh, just wait, it's coming. Just wait. Get gonna see a preview in a minute. And then
it's gonna be cool.
The next one, I'd be like, don't worry, it loads. Trust me. Like, we'll get there. And so, like, I love teaching that piece of the tool because it is so vitally important to, like, be able to show them, look, if you have image blocking on and you did change the alt text and it says logo 96p.png, like, that isn't, because there's a word called user experience. Anyway, I digress. But thank you that this is actually going to be faster and better. And hopefully when we go to teach it, I'll probably tell everybody to turn the beta on before we even get into the freaking training them on the email marketing tool. But yes to this.
If you're email marketing, you should definitely be doing this. I think I told a story the last time about, I had this client that had Outlook, and if you email, you know that Outlook does not email well.
Historically.
The
drag and drop editor actually solved like 95% of the Outlook issues, but
this was pre drag and drop editor, and I think I spent hours in this little hidden slow geriatric tester.
Telling you, it needed a cane or a walker or something.
Which maybe you should have that stuff around if you're still relying on email so much. Enable auto record.
Just couldn't let it go.
To sync meeting recordings and transcripts from Google Meet. to HubSpot. This is if you're doing this stuff, you probably don't need the cane and that kind of stuff. What is it? By switching on enable auto recording of meeting in Google Meet from your integration setting in HubSpot, you will give HubSpot permission to activate this setting in your Google Meet account on your behalf. This means that all your Google Meet meetings will be recorded and synced to HubSpot without you needing to record and sync every meeting. This will happen seamlessly for you. Why does this matter, Casey?
This matters because with auto record, all of your Google Meet meeting recordings and transcripts are automatically synced to your HubSpot account. This means that you can stay organized, enhance collaboration, and ensure that every meeting contributes to your team's success. Set up auto recording today and experience the full benefits of your HubSpot Meet integration. Auto record is a setting in your Google Meet account that allows you to ensure all your Google Meet meetings are recorded by default. HubSpot offers the ability to enable this auto record setting in your Google Meet account directly on your behalf from your Google Meet integration settings page in the HubSpot UI.
Oof. Chris, when you were going over your section, it sounded like you might have some trepidation or hesitance of turning this on when you read the word every meeting. Talk me through that.
I guess I'm not good at my intonation then, because I'm wondering why people shouldn't turn this on. Like if you use Google Meet, and I am coming from the space of seeing HubSpot as a communication management platform for the business.
Yep.
Which means everything goes in HubSpot.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So I was trying to emphasize the fact that, like, which tool are you getting rid of now? What you're paying for Google Workspace.
Yep.
You're paying for HubSpot. You are one button click away from auto recording and transcribing things and having them sync to HubSpot.
See, well, so yes, and I agree, and I subscribe to what you're saying, and I'm glad I brought this up because I like the direction that it was like, yeah, use this tool. The only thing I wish, by the way, like I would think about leaving my current tool and going to Google Meet if Google Meet would just give me a dope set of annotation tools like I have in Zoom. Because that's the only downfall as a trainer of when I'm trying to show people on the screen the thing that they need to like go to or do. Like maybe the day that feature is added into Google Meet and it becomes a true business training like meetings tool, then all of a sudden we're there.
Yeah.
We're there.
So definitely, like, if you're already a Google Meet user, that's who I was talking to. Because there's lots of reasons where, people aren't able to use Google Meet. If you're dealing in a Microsoft environment is often one of those reasons. But also Zoom has a lot of features that George mentioned that are hard to get away from. So, but yeah, if you're already using Google Meet, like I know that you're bringing information from those meetings. Either you're using another recorder like Fathom, or your team is copying and pasting stuff or whatever.
Yeah.
Like just try this out.
Yeah.
At least like understand that it's available and see what happens when you click the button.
Yeah.
Any thoughts, Chris, on like internal meetings? I mean, I think you would say log them all is what I'm hearing.
Yep.
But I already sent it to one of my clients, so I'm locked in. But
some of those HR meetings, maybe not.
But I'm already anticipating them to push back potentially because of the internal meetings thing.
Yeah. No, that's where it needs to be. There needs to be an internal communication strategy,
Mhm,
which most businesses do not have.
mhm,
Because then you can say, all right, everything's going in, and either except for these things,
mhm,
and we all know to turn off the button and not have things recorded in a way that we don't want to when we have those meetings,
mhm.
or even when the meeting starts to go there. Or we have permissioning set up in HubSpot, so you don't have everybody seeing things that they're not supposed to see, because we have that level of granularity and permissions now,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So, but very hard to do that on the fly. So instead of doing that, people just don't click the button.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
now we're paying for other tools. We're
Mhm.
creating just so much work to support
On
alignment.
the next one that you're about to click, we are not talking about email subscriptions. Okay.
Yes.
Let's move forward.
Billing here. Well, what's billing? I didn't know HubSpot had a billing section. Edit address for commerce subscriptions. What is it? You can now edit more properties of subscriptions billed within HubSpot. With this update, you can edit the subscription billing address and increase the accuracy of your information on subscriptions.
Why does it matter? Now you can easily edit addresses for subscriptions to keep your subscription data accurate. Once you change an address, it updates that subscription, all future invoices, and any tax calculations that depend on it. It's fine.
Guess what gets everybody? This tax calculations piece, right, is often based on address information.
Mm.
And now, like, I'm so happy they added that part. It's not just about keeping information like up to date. It's about
Mhm.
doing it in a way that systems will work and your finance team won't start yelling at you because the taxes got screwed up, right? Those things are why HubSpot hasn't been able to do things like that for the organization.
Mhm.
And what's interesting, now that you can do this in HubSpot, if the company decides to move, it's so much easier to maintain than the other systems in place. One of which is a fan favorite called Avalara. It's made it tough for people. So check this out. Definitely hitting this button.
There you go.
Rich text formatting for labels and data privacy text.
Oh.
That could be a big deal.
Mhm.
What is it? You can now apply rich text formatting, bold, italic, underline, hyperlink, and color to labels and help text. Additionally, bold, italic, underline, and hyperlink formatting are now supported in data privacy text.
Why does this matter? Until now, labels, help text, and data privacy text have been limited to plain formatting, making it harder to emphasize key information or align content with brand guidelines. This could lead to poor user comprehension, lower engagement, or compliance risks when displaying critical information. Nice.
Are you excited for this, George?
I don't know. I'm torn. Part of me goes, oh, okay, that's cool. And then part of me goes, oh my God, Susie's gonna bold everything. So I don't know. I'm torn.
With great power comes great
Oh my
responsibility.
God. So yeah, but I mean, hey, would you call this like a quality of life? Like if you want it, now you got it type update, maybe, but just also use it sparingly, because
Yeah.
Right.
if you use it everywhere, it means nothing.
Right. And what immediately comes to mind, two things, like usually we're using other things that have to be like next to the property. Like maybe it's the rest of the page we're trying to help give instructions for how the form needs to be filled out. Instead of, putting it right next to where it is. But also the data privacy stuff. Like having to edit that in a separate part of HubSpot and making sure it links to your privacy page, right? You don't have as much flexibility there. And like, if you use it, if you set it there, then it's going to hit every time you check the box on every single form, right? And that might not be, the best way to do it. So, but yeah, don't make your forms harder to fill out by going crazy with this.
What I think about is ChatGPT bold does a lot of styling. So I'm wondering if some of this was like people basically trying to copy and paste the stuff from ChatGPT and being frustrated that the styling wasn't cloned.
That's a good point, though. Like, emojis, when used responsibly, can go a long way. Bring your brand voice to your customer agent. What is it? You can now configure your customer agent to use your existing brand voice in HubSpot. With this update, your AI-powered customer agent will mirror the tone, style, and personality of your brand, ensuring every customer interaction feels consistent and on brand.
Why does it matter? Your brand voice shapes how customers experience and connect with your business. Previously, your customer's agent personality was set independently, which could lead to inconsistencies between support interactions and the rest of your AI-generated content. With the new brand voice option, your customer agent can now adopt the same voice you use across marketing, sales, and service content in HubSpot, creating a more unified, trustworthy, and seamless experience for your customers.
Let's say you have your brand voice done already,
In theory.
and you don't have Service Hub. So you haven't been able to use Customer Agent. Next week, you will be able to use Customer Agent with any Pro Hub license. And so that's very exciting. And with that, it's moving to a credit-based system. So again, take the time to get this right, and Customer Agent can do great things, for you and the organization. But that is an exciting change next week, that this will not be locked away in Service Hub anymore. So, audit logs for customer agent actions. Users can now see audit logs when a customer agent action is created, deleted, updated, published, or unpublished.
This matters because it's important for admins to have visibility into how actions are being taken. Creating or publishing actions for the customer agent will give it the ability to perform tasks in their business applications. So they need to ensure users create and publish actions thoughtfully.
This totally makes sense.
Yeah.
Speaking of, they're going.
Speaking of token usage.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. Just need to drink this in for a second.
Yeah, I know. I'm going through the screenshots.
Listening, that long silence was just scrolling down the screen, looking at imagery, just absorbing the info.
Yeah, I was thinking yesterday, we're still getting used to the podcast format. We need to...
It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Pauses are natural. But thank you, George.
Yeah, I'm here for you, brother.
Thank you. Lastly, for today, real-time AI-powered duplicate checks for contacts and companies.
Oh.
What is it? Real-time AI-powered duplicate checks automatically scans for new duplicate contacts and companies consistently and shows potential matches to merge within the Manage Duplicates tool.
Why does it matter? Currently, the Manage Duplicate tool checks for duplicates every day. This isn't frequently enough for teams that need to ensure that their contacts and companies are accurate, complete, and up to date for daily business needs. This is true.
Well, okay. But I can tell you from the amount of portals that I've gone in, Ain't nobody been checking that madness for a while because there's hundreds of duplicates that haven't merged. And so while HubSpot can do this in the moment, every moment, the humans are probably thinking about Netflix or creating something more important than anyway. What I'd love to see is when it gets to a certain number or being able to set a certain number that the human gets a notification and says, wake up, your data's getting messy.
I did a big cleanup a couple of years ago on duplicates, and it'll only show you a maximum of 5,000. It's what it says,
right?
10,000 if you have ops, whatever. But either way, I got to, I got through the 5,000, and then I was like, all right, I'm done for the day. And if it was checking in real time, and then it was like, here's 5,000 more.
Oh my God.
No.
Hey,
But you mentioned one of the hurdles that some people have.
I'm being funny, but I'm not.
Ops Pro.
Oh, yeah.
If you like the idea of things like this auto-magically happening, take a look at the Ops Pro you either already have, and you can get to this stuff through the data management part of the navigation. Or this is why the rest of us are trying so hard to get you to get Ops Hub. It's solved for so many of the problems that companies have. So let's stop building so many workarounds because we don't want to take this step into what some people refer to as the most valuable hub in HubSpot.
Wow, that's some weighted words there.
Yeah. Chris is standing by it.
Did we break his brain? What happened?
No, I'm good.
I think the email hub is the
email hub.
Stop it right
Remember,
now.
folks.
Do not.
I'm just trying to make Chris mad.
Remember, folks, you probably already own the solution you're looking for in HubSpot. And apparently today it is faster email client testing.
Yes, sir.
Sometimes you just need to wake up to it. Join us tomorrow morning. Join us on Monday morning as we continue exploring what's new in HubSpot. Drop your biggest takeaway in the comments. Let us know what capabilities you want to wake up to next. Until then, I'm Chris Carolan.
I'm Casey Hawkins.
And I'm George B. Thomas.
And this has been Wake Up Customer Platform. Now go build something amazing. Have a great day, everybody.
Customer platform, it's time to start the day. Discover all the value you already own. Don't let solutions slip away. Wake up, customer platform. The tools are at your hand. No need to sleep on capabilities that can help your business stand. The answer's right before your eyes. You just need to realize. Wake up, customer platform. And watch your